got that recording? Yep.
Yeah, we're recording. Okay. Alex, you gotta move.
Hey, did we ever figure out what was going on with all the mice in here? I mean, now that we've got the
here comes the mouse.
The mouse exterminator.
Mouse expert.
She studied them.
Okay.
We definitely got to clear them all out before the whole band gets here, though.
Live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Mice in the Attic. I am your host, Alex Carle, wishing you a very happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. As always, I encourage you to like and share this video. That helps us out. And please feel free to comment and ask questions in the comment section right below, and I will send those over to the musicians. We got a real treat for you today. Carlos Cubas, why don't you come on in? Carlos Cubas is a singer-songwriter with a Latin flair who just released his first EP earlier this year. Carlos, great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Alex.
How you doing?
Thanks, good, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So why don't you tell us all about this first song that you're going to play?
Sure. This first song is called Rhythm of You and I. It's on my first EP, like you mentioned. It has Chad Gray's going to come in soon and give us a little lead guitar action.
Wonderful. Well, I won't take up the space then. Chad, why don't you come on in?
Ooh, thought you would never ask.
All right, man. Go classical guitar with it.
All right. Let's get this nylon action going.
All right.
All you need to say?
I remember when we began, feeling like this was meant to be. Oh, the rhythm of you and I started with just a tender touch. Remembering when we were as one, both of us falling into life, a place in life where I belong. Here with you always by my side. My life took me away from you far too long. Suddenly I find you here. Your perfect rhythm, it was meant for me. It's not too late, no, oh, it's not too late for you and I. Don't forget, no, oh, don't forget the passion we had. It's not too late, no, oh, it's not too late for us to be. You should know that I always had you with me. I always held you close within, knowing one day the time would come to be together once again. Like before, always by my side. My life took me away from you far too long. Suddenly I find you here. Perfect rhythm, it was meant for me. It's not too late, no, oh, it's not too late for you and I. Don't forget, no, oh, don't forget the passion we had. It's not too late, no, oh, it's not too late for us to be. You should know that I always had you with me. It's not too late, no, oh, it's not
Thank you.
Very nice. That sounded great, guys.
Thank you, Alex.
We are off to a great start in this episode of Mice in the Attic. Thanks to you all. Remind us, what was the name of that song?
That song is called Rhythm of You and I.
Rhythm of You and I, off of the first EP by Carlos Cubas that came out earlier this year. Tell me a little bit about that EP. What did it mean making for you? What was the process like?
Oh, sure. So I recorded it with Scott Smith, who is a husband and wife team that are local. And that song in particular, I wrote this year, but the EP actually features songs that I wrote like 15 years ago. I titled it The Bridge because it bridges a large gap that existed for me in music. I wrote a couple of songs, always wanted to record them, never really got around to it. I'm a full-time engineer by day, now almost 18 years. But it's always wanted to record, so it meant a lot to be able to get an EP finally recorded. And I met them through an open mic, through Allison Dietz, actually, who had recorded with Scott through an open mic. And I loved her CD, her album, and I love the quality. And so I got a hold of Scott, and he said, yeah, let's work together, And so it's got 2 songs in Spanish, 2 songs in English, and, writing more, and off we go.
Wonderful. Well, it's a really nice EP. I got the opportunity to listen to it this week, and I definitely recommend everybody check it out. And Chad, I understand you were very much involved in that EP as well, weren't you?
Oh yeah, that was. And it's funny that you say you met Allison through an open mic, because that's actually how myself and Carlos met at the good old High Tops open mic.
Was it
down the
High
street.
Tops?
It was High Tops that we met, yeah.
Okay, that's a great one for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, Chad plays lead guitar on the song Mírame, which is actually we'll do next. But I saw him playing with he was doing lead guitar for a girl that had a great voice. But I was like, you have an awesome guitar
he wasted
sound.
no time.
And
He's like, I got a vision.
Actually, after we had been playing for like a year and a half together, he was like, I didn't realize like me and you started gigging like right out from the start. It was just us. Like I didn't. I started gigging out with you right from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But it's not just you two today, though. We have a third member of the band. Why don't you come on up?
That's right.
And introduce yourself, please.
My name is Katie Cubas. I'm actually Carlos's wife.
You are.
I am.
This is news to me.
I sometimes help him on some harmonies on his songs.
Wonderful. And is that what we'll be doing today?
Yep.
Fantastic. What's this next song of yours?
Sure. Yeah, the next song is called Mírame. It is track 2 on that EP called The Bridge. And this one's in Spanish. This was one of the ones that I wrote back like in 2003-ish, I think, that I always wanted to record. It's one of my favorites on the track. Mírame, he plays electric on it. We're going to do acoustic for you today. And,
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, everybody, enjoy Mírame.
Thank you. Sagradas que tu amor adormecía, y esas largas miradas me llevan a otra vida, y sé que nunca podré olvidar esa noche. No vendrá tu amor, ¿qué será de nosotros dos? Mírame, amor, mírame, está mi alma gritando aquí. Mírame, amor, mírame, yeah, está mi alma gritando aquí. Oh, oh, oh.
los años siempre te busqué en el silencio, ilusionando el cielo al brillar, que sea cierto, y yo siempre estaré solo aquí, esperándote. Un día me escucharás, yo lo sé, aunque no me des. Mírame, amor, mírame, está mi alma gritando aquí. Mírame, amor, mírame, yeah. Está mi alma gritando aquí. Oh,
That was beautiful. I love the addition of the harmonies.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
So do I.
Do you often play live with the harmonies as well?
We do.
Whenever we can, right?
Yeah, whenever
Yeah.
I can have her come over and take a little time. We play a lot of our gigs are at night. So, but yeah, when Katie can join us, it's always a pleasure. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Katie's here.
And you mentioned High
harmonies are
Tops, and I know that you played at the backstage bash that they had pretty
That was
recently.
fun. That was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
else do you play around? And how did you break into the music scene from the get?
Sure. Yeah. So from the get, I'd mentioned I wanted to get into music for a long time, many years, and finally a couple of years ago, I launched a YouTube channel. I just got a nice little audio interface at my house and recorded some acoustic covers.
Okay.
And one of my friends, Dean Crawford, who's a country musician here, with an amazing country band.
Shout out to Dean.
Oh yeah, Dean, you're listening. He's the man. So he had an opening for like an original show with multiple artists, Devin Nichols and others, Mike Sharp, and I was able to sit in after he saw like my Billie Jean cover, and and kind of prep for that because I hadn't really. I mean, I've done karaoke bars and that kind of thing, like with just having fun. But in prep for that, I went to open mics. And like the first couple of mics I went to, I got booked to play at at the Still and a winery, Woodhall, right? And I met a lot of great people there too. So it's kind of going into the open mics and getting booked was kind of how I started into playing in different venues.
That's fantastic.
In Baltimore, so it was.
And that Billie
it
Jean
was great.
cover. Was that on your
Yeah, that was one of the
YouTube?
first. Yeah, it was one of the first ones I recorded. Yeah, so it's one of my favorites to play. I mean, it's very cool. But yeah, it's that's how I started. And I met Chad at the open mic, like we mentioned before, High Tops open mic.
Yeah, we've been doing private parties.
Yeah.
We've been doing, you name it. We've been
But
playing.
we play around town. The Still, the Point in Towson, Don't Know Tavern down in Fells Point. We're gonna play in Southern Provision sometime soon.
Oh, that's a really great venue too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we're waiting
we're-
to break into there.
Yeah, Southern
place is
Provision's
awesome.
a lot
yeah,
of fun.
we're
So is the Still.
Yeah, we have some new venues that we're going to be playing at. Cunningham's that I've played to as well. Lock Bar, Michael's will be in there next in March or something.
Michael's Cafe, that
Yeah,
is.
yeah, down in Timonium. A lot of
stuff in Timonium.
Yeah, it's cool to stay close to home too. So I mean, there's a lot of great live music venues and here in Towson. So High Tops is awesome, and I mean they do music 7 days a week, multiple times.
Yeah, they're really good to the local community.
And
that's for sure.
Like you mentioned, like Fernando. Shout out to Fernando, man. He puts on a great event, at the Backstage Bash, and now they're doing the lounge events there. Have you?
No, I'm not familiar with the lounge events.
Yeah, so their interior space they're gonna do. They kind of clear it all out to do an original shows, like maybe once or twice a month.
That's wonderful.
They're gonna start doing. They're calling it High Tops Lounge, and Fernando's putting those together as well. So hopefully, I'm sure we'll be able to get in there at some point and do some original shows with other band members as well.
I'm sure you will with the momentum that you've picked up in just a few years since you've returned to music, so to speak.
Thank you. We hope so.
Oh yeah.
What covers do you usually do when you're out? We here at Mice in the Attic like to showcase original music, of course, but when you're playing live, you like to intermingle originals and kind of crowd favorite covers. Do you have favorite covers that you like?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of the original or the cover band stuff that we do. It's a 4-hour show, so we definitely play our originals.
Gotta fill in a few every now and then.
We gotta fill in a lot of covers, and that people like to hear and sing along with. But like Michael Jackson's, like Man in the Mirror.
Man in the Mirror,
right?
that's always a good one.
Maroon 5, we do some of the Maroon 5 songs.
Little Sunday Morning.
Santana, crowd favorite, Black
Magic Woman. We've been getting asked
we have a
to do
cover
that
of
a lot.
that we did ourselves.
I've seen that.
That's actually
Really
was
good.
produced by with Chat System, and it was just both of us. I played cajon, and rhythm guitar, and he had the electric. He played the bass on it too.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it's one of our favorites. But a good variety. I mean, and we throw in some Spanish stuff too. Enrique Iglesias, right? Mark Anthony.
Wonderful.
Dave Matthews. I would say probably Dave Matthews, Santana, and Mark
that's one of them
Anthony
up
are
there.
like my biggest influences.
Wonderful.
Stylistically.
Good ones to have.
Yeah. So
Very good. And returning back to the original music, what is this next song that you have for us?
this next song, this next song is called "Until I Have You Near." It hasn't been released yet,
Okay.
and I don't think I've ever actually played it out in public ever
We've
yet.
never played out in public.
So Chad knows it because we did a little scratch recording of it first. But it's a song that speaks to me missing family members. I'm from Peru. I came to Baltimore when I was 8, and I have tons of family still in South America, Peru, and it speaks to that. So.
Very nice. Well, enjoy the debut of this new song, everybody.
All right, so this is "Until I Have You Near." Many years ago, though time is strong, I'm still holding on to all of you. Memories pure and true. The rain comes again and again. Doesn't wash away the pain. I find you close, and memories erase the years. But I must go, and time is what I fear. So until I have you near, until I
and memories erase the years. But you know I'm always gone, and time is what I fear. Oh, until I have you near, tears. So until I have you near, tears. Until I have you near. So until I have you near, oh, until I have you near, until I have you near, tears. Until I have you near, tears. Until I have you near.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very much.
Lovely and heartbreaking at the same time. There's
Don't want to
something
break your
right
heart
in
at
the feels.
Thanksgiving, but
there's something so
Right,
nice
it
about
feels.
a family song on Thanksgiving though, and that is a family song.
it is. We miss you. Shout out to my family in Peru over there. Hopefully they're
Oh, they'll love
tuned
that.
in.
They'll love that. Yeah.
So that's a brand new one.
It is a
then,
brand new one.
after the release of The Bridge.
Yes.
So are you working on a lot of new material right now?
I am. It's I wouldn't say a lot yet, but it's getting there. We've got 4 songs. Producing them with Mr. Chad Gray over here to my right.
Yeah, I managed to bring him over to the dark side. Now we're working on this new EP over at the Have a Grace State Theater Studio.
Oh, nice.
Say that name again.
Have a Grace State Theater Studio.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. I mean,
Big
we had
enunciate right there.
done we had done covers. We've done a couple of really nice covers with Chad, and you know with Chad's production skills. Black Magic Woman being one of them. The other one was what song was it? Put you on the spot. Thriller's Gone. There it is.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Thriller's Gone.
There it is.
So they came out really, really nice, and Chad's got a really cool modern take on stuff. So we actually co-wrote a couple songs on this new EP that I'm working on. Until I Have You Near is one of them, and then the last one we're gonna play is a song that we're gonna do as well. So we've got 4 songs written. 2 are probably at about 95% level.
I almost said they're on that home
And,
stretch.
Nice.
And
On
yeah,
that home
so
stretch.
this next and last song that we're gonna do is called "Reach the Sun." We haven't recorded it yet, but we have played it live at High Top's Backstage Bash. It was the first time we played it.
Yep.
And yeah, so it'll probably the EP will come out in springtime.
Okay, we can look. Does it have a name yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, we can look for the untitled EP around springtime.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the name of this song? did you
It's
say?
called "Reach the Sun."
Reach the Sun. All right, here is Reach the Sun, the last song that we will have by Carlos Cubas and his band tonight. Unfortunately, I would have you all here all day if I could, but I know that they have families to get home to.
Suddenly you appear like the night. A story with a smile, making everything just right. A light so bright, unlike I've ever seen. Brighter with each step, beauty sun. Higher, higher, shine for everyone. Oh, 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 maybe I'll be the one. Maybe we'll reach the sun. Higher, higher, shine for everyone. Oh, 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 oh. Each step I take to you, take to me. Let's dance a little more. Break these walls, let us soar. I wish I was strong enough to tell you every single thing I'm feeling inside. Nothing but pure beauty shines on me tonight. Maybe I'll be the one. Maybe we'll reach the sun. Higher, higher, shine for everyone. Oh, 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 maybe I'll be the one. Maybe we'll reach the sun. Higher, higher, shine for everyone. Oh, 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 this time I'll be the one. This time we'll reach the sun. Higher, higher, shine for everyone. Oh, 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 this time I'll be the one. This time we'll reach the sun. Higher, higher, shine for everyone. Oh, 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 oh,
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on today,
for
Carlos
having us
Cubas
on.
and his band, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
So before we go today, is there anything else that you would like to tell your audience?
Oh, so well, just we're playing this Saturday at High Tops. Chad and Mark St. Pierre on the drums. So this Saturday,
Mark
9
today.
9 p.m.
Yeah, Mark.
to 1 a.m. Check us out, carloscubas.com. You can see my shows, videos, and I'll have updates on original music coming out.
Fantastic. And your YouTube channel is also entitled Carlos Cubas, correct?
It is, yeah. And there's links, carloscubas.com has links to YouTube, Instagram, all that. Follow us, and I guess on behalf of Carlos Cubas Band, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you guys have a great dinner. I'm starving. I'm ready for it.
Well, go get it, man.
I really appreciate you having me on. It's great to be a part of the Baltimore music scene, and it's a privilege to be sitting here next to you.
Well, it's been my pleasure to host you tonight. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And for all of you at home, please feel free to join us in 2 weeks on December 6th for a performance by Kieran Brian Raphael. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.